Hello everybody, I hope that you're well. My name is Christianne and welcome to my channel Backpacking Bananas. Tomorrow, my partner Ben and I are embarking on the biggest road trip that either of us have ever been on. And it's not just any old road trip, we're not just travelling, we are completely relocating our lives from Perth in Western Australia to Sydney in New South Wales. We have decided that we are going to be taking the southern coast route, which will be over 5,000 kilometres of driving. We're going to be doing this over the course of about 3 weeks, and because we did not have very much time to plan for this at all, we're going to be doing it on a bit of a budget. But of course, we still want to see things, do things and explore, and we want to save money where we can, but we also want to be comfortable. So we're going to be doing the trip with a combination of hotels, Airbnbs and camping, but probably mostly camping. And actually it's the camping equipment which is what we've really had to acquire over the past week because we did not have any of it. So in this video, I thought it would be really fun to go through with you everything that we are packing for this road trip, for this relocation of our lives. I'm not going to go into so much detail of our clothes and personal belongings because that is just everything that we own that we can fit in. But I'm also going to be going into detail of things that we have bought in the past 2 weeks to make this road trip happen. We don't have a 4x4 and we don't have loads of space, so we are fitting all of this stuff into my boyfriend's 2008 Mazda 6, which is a station wagon, so it's not tiny, but it's not huge either. I'm going to try and remember to tell you where we bought this stuff and how much we paid, but for every single product I will also be putting that on screen as well. So without further ado, let's tell you everything we're packing. Starting off with our accommodation, we have got a Adventure Kings Daddy Deluxe swag. I think I'm saying that correctly. It's a double swag tent, which was oh so very Australian of us. We also purchased the swag bag in the bundle. So in here we have the tent, and we also, the bag itself is huge, so we have space for all of our bedding, which I have put in these plastic bags from Kmart, and as well as the mattress that comes with the swag. We're a bit bougie and we wanted a little bit of extra comfort, so we also have this double airbed from Kmart, and alongside that we also have this foot air pump to blow it up. I will show on screen what the swag tent is going to be looking like. I'm very excited because I've never actually slept in a swag before. Also for our camping setup, we have picked up this large woven mat from Kmart. It was just $20, so this can go underneath everything that we are doing, possibly underneath the tent as well, but I guess we will see. In here we have our camping table. We took a long time to figure out which camping table we wanted actually. This one was $50 and it's super lightweight. It's not huge, but it packs up to be really quite small, so we thought that it would be a nicer practical one to have on the road. And going along with the same theme, we picked up 2 compact camping chairs, which I'm really pleased with because look how small they are. These were $30 each from Kmart. Now, they do take slightly longer than the normal ones to set up. They take about 30 seconds to set up, but I think that's going to be worth it for the space that we're going to be saving. Moving on to cooking. In here we have our portable gas stove, and we actually got 2 of these. They were just $25 each from Kmart, so we spent $50 on these. Now, we did consider getting a combi stove, which was $79, but 1, that was more expensive than just buying 2 of them, and 2, we realized that if we wanted to use our own pot and frying pan, of which what we have is quite large because they're just from our regular kitchen, they probably wouldn't both fit onto that combi stove, and so having 2 individual ones allows us to use our big cooking equipment, and there should be room for them on both. I do like the carry case that these come in, it's very handy. This is our ice box, which we got from Anaconda. It is 37 litres, which was not the smallest, not the biggest. It definitely wasn't cheap at all. I think we paid almost $120 for this, but it's really good quality, a really nice size, and it definitely is going to fit in all of the food and drink that we know we want to keep cold along the way. We also bought a bunch of these ice bricks. We're going to freeze them wherever we can. Like I said, we're staying in a combination of campsites, hotels and apartments, so wherever we are somewhere where we have access to a freezer, we're going to have to refreeze those ice bricks. But if we don't have access to a freezer for several days, then we will probably just buy bags of ice to put in here as well. Then this right here is our food pantry, where we are keeping all of our dry goods. This is actually 3 shoe boxes from Kmart stacked up on top of each other that I just thought were really good as pantry storage. Up next, we have literally what I am calling our kitchen in a box. This box itself is a 60-litre box on wheels from Kmart. And let me talk you through everything that's inside. Most of this stuff is from IKEA. Firstly, we have this stainless steel cooking pot with lid. This one's from IKEA. And then we also have a very large stainless steel frying pan. This one we did not buy new. This one was just Ben's. We got a multi-pack of utensils from IKEA, which had a ladle, a pasta server, a spatula, a large stainless steel serving spoon. Unfortunately, I didn't find anything super practical to store these large utensils, so I'm literally just wrapping the heads of them in this tea towel, also from IKEA, and that's how it goes in the box. A double set of tea towels from IKEA, I should add. Now, I appreciate that most people camping probably would bring along with them camping bowls and camping plates. However, we wanted to get something that we know we would actually use in Sydney when we move there as well. So we got 2 very nice plates and 2 very nice big pasta bowls from IKEA. And we just used these serviettes to place in between them so that they're not rattling around in the box. We picked up a few microfiber washing towels and a few sponges alongside some washing up liquid, of course. To go along with that, we also got this collapsible sink with a plug. This one was from Kmart. We have 1 giant salad mixing bowl from IKEA. This one was a slightly random purchase. It's like a multifunctional shaker jug. So it has a lemon juicer on the top. You can shake things in it. There's measuring units on the side in case we have to measure any of our liquids. It's cheap and it was from Kmart and it seemed like it had a bunch of uses. What else have we got in here? Oh, we also have a wooden spoon. This should be with our utensils. I think this was already Ben's and we didn't buy it new. Oh, we did buy a can opener though. We got this very nifty trio of chopping boards from Kmart. So you've got the big one here and then you've got 2 smaller ones on this side. And you can take them apart like this so you can do several chopping at once. I really, really like this. We have Ben's French coffee press. We also have Ben's protein shaker bottle. We have a few insulated drink items. This is a double-walled insulated mug, which I actually plan on using for my porridge. That was from Kmart. And also I got us 2 insulated wine glasses from Kmart. I've always wanted one of these insulated wine glasses and I thought when I move to Australia, I'll finally get one. And so here we are. They did have particularly nice Yeti ones, but they were like $40 or $45. So I thought, okay, well, we'll just start with the Kmart ones, which are $10 each. We have 2 plastic water glasses from IKEA. We are keeping our bin bags in here. Also butane gas refills for our portable stoves. We bought 2 of these 3 packets, so 6 altogether. As for cutlery, we bought a pretty cheap 16-piece set from IKEA. So 4 knives, 4 forks, 4 spoons, and 4 teaspoons. And oh so satisfyingly, we found in IKEA this box that wasn't advertised as a cutlery box, but the cutlery just so perfectly fits inside. So I was really, really pleased about that. Also, one of our sharp knives fits inside. So we bought these 2 sharp knives from IKEA to do all of our chopping. Now, like I said, this little one fits inside that box. And this big one, which is very dirty, I'm very sorry, we've just been making some sandwiches with it. This does not fit inside the box. And if I'm completely honest, I have not found a good solution for this sharp knife, which concerns me a little bit, but hopefully along the way we will find something for this sharp knife. And then we also have another sharp knife. This is not a new one and I don't think we use this very often. This is Ben's like special Japanese sharp knife. What else do we have in here? Things that probably shouldn't be in here. We have a mug that I got in Taiwan that I couldn't let go, so that's coming along with us. Just the classic kitchen things. We've got some cooking spray and we've got some Himalayan rock salt. We've got some onion granules. Arguably this stuff could be going in the dry pantry, but hey, it's in the kitchen box. I've put together a little plastic wallet of rubber bands and also some clips so that we can seal off food packages when they are only half used and we want to keep things fresh. And that is it for the kitchen box. Now a couple of car related things, which is definitely Ben's territory, not mine. This is a jump starter kit, which we got from Kings. I think it was like 80 bucks, was it, Ben? 80 bucks. And we also picked up this jerry can filled with 10 litres of petrol for just in case we run out. I hope that we don't have to use this, but I feel like it's something that's definitely essential. We have also just had the car serviced, which is very important as well for the very big journey that we were about to be doing. And on the topic of jerry cans, we also have this 10 litre water jerry can. This one and the yellow one actually were both from Anaconda. I think this was about $15, but then we had to pay an extra $10 just for the tap on the front, and that feels ridiculous, but apparently it's something that we need to have. Okay, this is definitely one of the more unnecessary purchases, but I got this pop-up beach shelter from Kmart for $25 because I just thought if we have a beach day where it's just super hot and we want to stay in the shade, maybe it will be useful. I'll let you know if we use this at all. But a very necessary purchase is definitely this little pop-up bin. This was just $6 from Kmart. This is going to live in the car, and I think we can actually clip it to the back of the seat as well. Finally, this was a very, very last minute purchase because I had a bit of a panic that our cargo bag going on the roof is actually only water resistant as opposed to waterproof, and so I was like, if we get caught in a downpour, I'm a bit worried about my things that are inside. Even though I've kind of waterproofed them in vacuum packed bags, I just felt like we needed a bit of extra protection, and so we've gone for this large tarp from Bunnings along with some rope to secure it down, and that's basically it. We're not going to drive with this on the roof though. I think that'll just be flapping about way too much, but it's just going to be for the times where we stop for the night. It looks like it's going to rain overnight, and then we can just secure it down. That's the plan anyway. Then as for all of our clothes and personal items, like I mentioned to you before, we're going to have a few small bags of things that we are going to be using over the next 3 weeks, but everything that I don't intend on using in the next 3 weeks, but obviously still want to bring with us to Sydney because we are completely relocating. That is going to go in a cargo bag that will sit on top of the car. So we're going to secure that tomorrow morning just before we leave. But as for right now, everything that I've just mentioned to you, we need to fit inside of the car somehow in a nice way where it's not going to obstruct Ben's view whilst he's driving. So let the challenge begin. Okay, we are pretty pleased with this. I'm not gonna lie. Here's our tent. This is one of Ben's bags, water cube, pantry. We've got some alcohol behind there, which we've used sheets just to make sure it doesn't rattle about too much. Now, the only extra things, because all of Ben's clothes are now currently in here. Oh yeah, I forgot to mention the plant. That's so funny. We are road tripping with a plant friend. What are we gonna do? Just like stick the plant outside the tent, like when we're camping? So cute. No, this is pretty good. It's not actually stacked up too high. Got the bin here, and also I've got like a back of car organizer here. You can't really see it too much, it's a little bit squished, but we're just gonna have accessible things there like bug spray, sun cream, the bin bags, our lantern. I think we're gonna put our shoes that we're gonna use on the road trip in the footwell here. And then in the front here, I purchased a couple of these just for like handy access to our phone and little bits and pieces. I also got an extra cup holder for here because the space in there is really, really small. But I'm pretty pleased with that, honestly. Okay, roof bag's finally on. Took us a lot longer than what we were expecting. And inside, we've got all of our clothes bags in here now with just a nice gap through the middle so that we can see in the rear view mirror. We're ready to go. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Make sure you're subscribed to see how we get on the road trip to Sydney, as I will be vlogging the whole journey. And by the way, spots are now filling up fast on the Backpacking Banana ski trip in Austria this January, so make sure you secure your spot as soon as possible if you want to join me on the slopes in Zillertal in a few months. I will see you guys soon. Bye bye.